What's going on, Flyers fans? It's me. It's your boy, Sal G. And I got to tell you something. After today's game, I need a cigarette, and I don't even smoke. Woo! What a game that was. The Flyers needed that, ended their 6-game winless streak. They got the win today. Epic fashion. A lot of hockey action, yo. If you were at the game tonight, you were in for a treat. I love day hockey on the weekends. I think it's awesome. If I wasn't doing post game today, I would have loved to have been at the game, man. Awesome game to be there. Flyers win. Action-packed game, 7-5. Plenty to talk about in this game. Sean Couturier, who seemed to be in the doghouse of the coach of Torts, comes through today. He's got a hat trick. The hats are flying. That was like 5 minutes to clear all the hats out at the Wells Fargo Center. Sean Couturier got himself 3 goals, 2 assists, his first career 5-point game in the doghouse of Torts. I mean, Sean Couturier was on the 4th line playing left winger. Couturier's never played winger before in the NHL, and he's played it. He was in the playing 4th line winger. He's your center. He's been the center the entire career in the NHL. You know, Torts, man, gives Torts a little credit. We know what? Guess what, guys? I mean, I'm fired up right now. I'm flyered up. We got ourselves a new line here in Philadelphia, guys. A new line. We got ourselves Sean Couturier, Matvei Mishkov, and Travis Konechny. That line was on display today. They were dominant. Mad points scored by that line. A lot of disruptions from that line. I mean, we're going to see some fun this year with this line, guys. I mean, I'm excited. You know, I got to pump the brakes a little bit. It's tough right now because that was a hell of a game. And if you watched it all, you were in for a treat. Started off with a bang. First off, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is Clear the Ice. I'm Sal G. Follow me at Sal G Philly, where you're watching us here on It's a Wrap Network, and of course our friends at EOP. It's a Wrap Network. Check it out. Please like, share, and subscribe so you can catch all the awesomeness It's a Wrap Network is going to be throwing at you. We got the Clear the Ice post-game show. We got mad shows with Maddie B. Maddie B's got a nightly show for you. Me, I'm going to have my own weekly show starting Monday, November 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So please make sure you check that show out. It's going to be called The Wraparound. And yes, that is a hockey term. But we're not just going to be talking about hockey on that show. We're going to be talking about all the weekly stuff that happened in Philadelphia sports. We'll be covering the Flyers, the Sixers, the Eagles, and the Phillies. Again, awesome game. Awesome game today. I got to bring myself down a bit, man. Like I said, I don't smoke. I can use a cigarette. I'm fanning myself here. What a time. Bring those comments in. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got today. My man Adam checking in. What's going on, brother? What about when I need a smoke too, Sal? He doesn't smoke either. It was that kind of game today. Oh, I'm fired up, Adam. I'm fired up. And you know what, man? If they were going to lose today, I got the same shirt on, but I do have a new shirt. I do have a new shirt. The budget for Clear the Ice is limited, guys. So I only got one hat, but this hat is money. I'm going to be rocking this all Flyer season. I love this hat. And I got myself another Flyer shirt. But if they didn't win today and I'm doing another post game, I would have been flipping shirts for sure. But I got the shirt on. It's a Ron Hextall shirt, by the way. You can't see the back of it, but it's an old school shirt. What do they call it? Old time hockey. I bought this shirt, I don't know, 15 years ago probably. But this shirt's awesome. Ron Hextall takes me back to my days as a child. But man, let's get into this game. Great win for the Flyers at home. Crowd was pumped up. Hat trick by Sean Couturier. He's out of that doghouse, and we got ourselves a nice little line here on the Flyers. We got the Couturier, Matvey Mishkov, and the Travis Konechny line. That's going to be fun to see. A lot of speed on that line. And Sean Couturier, yes, he's lost a step. Remember, he had that core surgery last year. He's still battling back from that. But you know what? With that hat trick today, maybe he is back. Maybe some of that speed returns. He's never known as a fast guy, but core surgery takes a long time to recover from. You got scar tissue. It's got to break up. The only way you're going to break it up, skating, playing, getting hit, hitting guys. So we had some unfortunate news coming into the game. Unfortunate news. So, I didn't know how today's game was going to go. Obviously, nobody did. And I don't know what the over-under line was, but I can guarantee you it wasn't 12. And that's what we had in this game. 12 goals scored. That was something, man. If you like offense, which I do. My man Adam talking about shirts. Oh, man, you don't have to. I guess you with one. No worries, brother, man. No worries, man. You don't got to give me a shirt. I just appreciate you checking in. No worries, brother. It'll come in due time, the shirts. But I tell you something, man, I'm with the Rally House, man. Rally House doesn't have any sales in that place. Their stuff's expensive, but the Flyers gear, limited, man. They had boatloads. I mean, half the store, more than half was Eagles gear. The other, I was going to say the other half, but the other third was Phillies. A lot of Phillies gear, and they might put some of that stuff on clearance. I think they should. They got a lot of Philly stuff that's going to be sitting there until the off season, until the season starts again. And then you had Sixer stuff, and then you had a small little section of Flyer stuff. So Rally House, step up your Flyers game, man. You know what? Lower them prices. Give me some coupons, bro. Seriously, man. Guys are too expensive. But like I was talking about, bad news at the start of the game. Cam York, who leads the ice time for the Flyers. Great defender for our team, probably our best defender, right? Out for, maybe Nick Sealer, out at least 2 weeks with an upper body injury. So there's a huge loss for the Flyers. Like I said, a leader in ice time, that's huge. And this wasn't a defensive game for sure. But the other defensive guy stepped up. Eric Johnson played today. Normally he's a scratch. He played. You saw great play by Sanheim. Ristolainen showed up today in a big way. So that's good to see. We're going to need these guys to step up. Zamula, I'm looking at you, buddy. Looks like you're going to have to play, and you're in a lot of Flyers fans' doghouse right now. You got to step it up, bro. So now's the time. Jet Lachenko sent back down to the minors. The minors for him is the Ottawa Hockey League. So that is where he will remain, I guess, for the rest of the season or until the AHL season ends. And maybe he'll get the call up. Looks like they're going to retain that rookie eligibility. So chances are we're not going to see Jet. He's 18 years old. Plenty of time to develop. If he's not going to play up here with the big guy, with the big boys, send him down, let him play every day, let him get his feet wet, let him fail, let him learn. And then when he's ready, you call him up. And if that's next year, he'll be 19, Mishkov will be 20. You got yourselves some nice guys here, some nice players that you can build around. Youth, right? The Flyers are the fourth youngest team in the NHL. And that's going to show probably a lot of times this season. Today, stepped up, man. They won. Let's go through the scoring, man. There's a lot of it, man. I mean, we got time today, guys. First period, Couturier gets his first goal of the game as a rebound goal. Nice. His first goal of the year as well. Point number 500 for Coots. A 5-on-5 goal for the Flyers. So that's huge because their 5-on-5 play this year has been severely lacking. So we need that. So nice to see. We have assists from Ristolainen and Konechny, and that's that line we're talking about, the Couturier, Konechny, Mishkov line. And then 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes into the period, we have Nick Sealer with the top shelf wrister. Puts the Flyers up 2-0. 2-0 in the game. Konechny and Mishkov with the assists. So again, that line. So check this out. First period, Flyers only had 3 shots on goal. 2 of them were goals. So that's pretty crazy. You're not going to see that. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Minnesota had 7 shots in that period. Flyers were showing a lot of fire in the first, spending a lot of time in the offensive zone, even though their shots were limited. But it was nice to see. 15 minutes into the period, there was a penalty on the Flyers. They had a nice penalty kill. That was great. Today's game is back-to-back for the Flyers. They play again tomorrow. Now, rumor has it, Koloslov will get the call. We'll see. I think with how Fedotov played the other game, he played a nice 30 minutes in his last start. His last second 30 minutes of the game were pretty good. So we'll see if he gets to start tomorrow. If they call up Koloslov, they call up the other Russian kid. So, and penalty kill for the Flyers, third in the NHL. It's 89.7% coming into the game. It's not going to stay that high. But if we could keep it in the low to mid 80s there, I think that's going to be pretty nice. A nice penalty kill. Funny moment about 18 minutes into the first period. There's a little scrum after Urson hold the puck, and the ref was like whistling Dixie with his whistle. I don't know what was going on there, but he was playing some type of tune, a melodic tune there with that whistle. That was awesome. So first period, 3 shots on goal, 2 goals. So we could say the Flyers were very efficient with those 2 goals. Second period, you had a penalty, and it was a power play for the Wild. You had Scott Lawton with a hooking call, and then Hathaway with a roughing. That was 5-on-3 for the Wild. But you know what? Penalty kill came through. Sanheim and Urson lost their sticks, but Nick Sealer made a great play with his stick to help clear the ice. Great penalty kill. And Urson took some shots on that power play and held up and did well there. So that was nice to see. After the second period ended, Flyers only managed 3 more shots. 3 more shots. The Minnesota Wild had 13 shots, so they were really pouring it on. You had a scoring chance for the Flyers in the second period with Frost and Hathaway. Frost passed to Hathaway. Hathaway then passed it back to Frost, but it doesn't look like Frost was expecting it. He couldn't put it home. He had a chance for another goal there. And then here come the Wild. About 15 minutes into the second period, you had a deflection goal by Brock Faber. Urson had no chance on that goal. You had assists by Kaprizov and Eriksson. Flyers led at that point 2-1. And then just 33 seconds later, another goal for the Wild. This time, Marcus Foligno tied the game 2-2. The Wild had like a 4-on-1 there. Tough for Urson. He was desperate for help there. And Minnesota, coming into this game, they are a very disciplined team with their penalties. They were averaging just about 3 minutes and 30 seconds in penalty minutes per game. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild, pun intended. So on that Foligno goal, you had Chisholm with the assist. But then coming right back, the Flyers take the lead. Matvei Michkov with a goal, his 4th goal of the season, his first goal at home at the Wells Fargo Center. Flyers had an extra attacker on a delayed penalty call. So they, and then you had Mishkov with the double doink. Basically a shot from almost the blue line, but it was a similar goal to what Mishkov had in the last game for the Flyers. So great to see, man. Great patience by Mishkov. Assist by Couturier and Tippett. Here we go again with the line. This line, man, this is something here. Torts was brewing. He was playing magical chairs with the lines, and now we have something. Matvei Michkov with that goal gave him 9 points, which leads all NHL rookies. So we got a special one here, folks. I was talking about half jokingly saying, could Michkov have 100 points this season? That might be tough, but averaging a point a game, could he have 80 points, 82 points? I think we're going to see it. Special talent here. About just over the 19-minute mark in the second period, we had the Wild uh, had a power play goal. Flyers got caught with too many men on the ice. You had the goal by Joel Eriksson Ek. Farabee served the penalty. Urson with a couple saves, but Wild kept pressuring and just slammed it in with the empty net. Assist by Kaprizov and Baldy. Hey, Baldy! Baldy! Uh, and in the second period, I mean, basically, that was all Minnesota there. I mean, you had the Michkov goal, which was nice, but Minnesota came back and scored 3 goals in that period. Tied it up. Period ended 3-3. And then in the third period, another Minnesota goal. They take the lead 4-3. It was a blue line shot by Bergosian with the deflect goal by Marcus Foligno. It was his second goal of the game. But the Flyers come right back. Flyers. Excuse me. No, I apologize. Now, they did come right back. They did come right back. Flyers had the power play. Rossi had, for the Wild, had a hooking penalty. And we're talking about disciplined and how good the Minnesota Wild have been with their penalties. 7th penalty kill in 5 games for the Wild, starting in the third period there. That's wild. But 4 minutes and 55 seconds into the third period, we have Travis connecting with a goal, deposits the rebound, ties the game 4-4. Assist from Morgan Frost and Owen Tippett. Phew. Here we go. More goals. More goals. Flyers take the lead. 8 minutes, 26 seconds into the third period. Couturier, whose second goal of the game, took multiple shots at the goalie before slamming it home. Forced that one in. Assist by Konechny and Sealer. Flyers take a 5-4 lead at that point. And then 13 minutes and 28 seconds into the period, we have another back and forth. Minnesota. Middleton takes the wrister. Puck goes off Urson and then dribbles into the net. Assist by Kaprizov and Zuccarello. That ties the game at 5-5. The seesaw battle continues. 17 minutes, 36 seconds into the third period. Flyers with a goal. Ristolainen. It was a scrum. Bunch of Flyers in there. Couturier was in the net there. Passing clinic on that goal. Just a lot of passing, a lot of shots. Cooch just missed a hat trick. Risto gets the goal. But don't worry, friends. Couturier does get that hat trick revenge. And then 4-4. This was a cool moment here. 17 minutes, 57 seconds into the third period. Hathaway gets called with a penalty on Zuccarello, a roughing penalty. But it looked like Zuccarello took a dive. Hathaway didn't like that. Lawton didn't like it. Gave him a little, check stick there, cross check with the stick. Zuccarello and Lawton get tangled up. Then you have Lawton forces Zuccarello to give a penalty, to take a penalty for roughing. Makes it 4-4, offsets the penalty that Hathaway had on Zuccarello's dive. And then we had 4-on-4 hockey action, offsetting penalties. Couturier with the hat trick. Open net. That wasn't an open net. Yeah, it was. That was an open net goal. 5-point game. 5-point game. For Coots, first career 5-point game. And then you had 19 minutes and 31 seconds. The Flyers had a power play. No matter. There was nothing. No worries. It was a slashing on Boldy. But the Flyers ended up winning the seesaw battle against the Minnesota Wild, who are a damn good team coming into the game. They were 5-1-1 before today's loss. This was the Flyers' just second win of the season. But hopefully that's a good start. Like I said, they have back-to-back games. Back-to-back in hockey sucks. It's hard. It's tough. At least they're at home. The Canadians come to town, so we're going to have to battle them. That's 7 o'clock tomorrow. At least the Flyers get a few extra hours to recoup. Should be a fun game at home. Let's check out these comments here. Adam talking about Alex saying, talking about Rally House, saying, yeah, that store is expensive, but nice stuff. They have college teams too. They got tons of stuff, man. When I walked in, man, I had a brain aneurysm. I was just like, like, I was like gold light. Like, that's the first time I'm a Rally House virgin. I walked in totally overwhelmed. Way too much crap there. I'm not used to stores like that, and I'm not used to having that much, seeing that much sports memorabilia. That's for sure. There we go, Adam. At least the Flyers are scoring in the first period, unlike the Eagles. Well, we'll see what happens with the Eagles tomorrow against the Bengals. That should be a fun game. 1 p.m. Eastern start time. My man Phil Stifle checking in. What's going on, Philly Phil? Flyers 2-0 when I do not watch, and 0 when I do. Coincidence? I think not. That's it, Phil. You are banned from watching Flyers hockey from further notice. Appreciate you checking in, bud. I think that's it, man. Please throw up a thumbs up. Show some love for your boy, Sal G. Follow me at Sal G Philly. Throw up a like, share, and subscribe so we can get this great content out to you. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you on the next Clear the Ice. Oh, man, I forgot to bring up some other videos, but what the hell. But you know what? Hell, wait a second. All right, our 3 stars of the game, of course, our number 1 star of the game, Sean Couturier, your 4th line winger. Psych, not anymore. He's part of a new line, guys. The Konechny, Couturier, Mishkov line. That's going to be fun to see. 5 points for Sean Couturier, the hat trick, 2 assists. And then Travis Konechny had himself a goal and 4 assists, so that's 5 points for Konechny. And I'm just looking at the scoreboard here, and they're giving it. I cannot give it to the other guy, so I'm going to give it to another Flyer. Who am I going to give it to? Let's see. Real quick. You know who I'm going to give it to? I'm going to give it to Owen Tippett. Had himself 2 assists. 2 assists for Owen Tippett. You know what? And Vichkov. We can share that 3rd star. 1 goal and 1 assist for the Mad Russian. +4 for Matvey today. +4 for Konechny. And +3 for Sealer. And where's Coots? +5 for Sean Couturier. Flyers dominated in hits, which is nice to see from a small team such as the Flyers. They do not have a lot of size, but they out-hit the Wilds 24-9. Great to see. Fire by the Flyers. Urson, he let up 5 goals. What are you going to say? Some of it's his fault, some of it's not. But it was just back and forth game. And you know what? When your name is Flip Gustafson for the Minnesota Wild, that's a great hockey name. But is it a great name for a goalie? Flip flopping on the ice is not a good look for a goalie. Anyway. All right. Well, that's it. I'm going to wrap this up here on It's a Wrap Network. My man Adam says, I can't wait for your show to start. Adam, I appreciate it, buddy, and I appreciate everyone else out there. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your Saturday and weekend. Let's go Flyers. Let's go Eagles. Let's go Philly sports teams. Talk to you on the next time. Take care, everyone. Peace. Oh man, you know what? This is my claim to fame for hockey, and I forgot to do this, so I'm doing it now. I'm in love with NHLPA 93 for Sega Genesis, and if you all remember that hockey goal sound, it probably lived in your ears, your minds forever. It's burned into my brain. I'm going to do it now. Here it is for Sean Couturier's hat trick, the triple goal horn. All right. Later.